Hi, and welcome to this edition of Spyder News. I'm only in town for a few days before I'm off on my next adventure. I didn't want to miss this edition without doing a recap of what happened at Jeep Beach. So much went on in that week that I can't wait to share it with you. So we'll definitely go over that, let you know where I'll be the next couple of weeks, and also let you know about a couple new products we'll have on the market, plus one pretty exciting announcement. I don't even know where to start with Jeep Beach, but it's turned out to be basically Daytona Jeep Week. I mean, it's a week-long event that has something going just about every night. And every night, the events have grown so much they've actually had to change venues a couple of times, and even up to almost the last minute they had to change venues just because of the amount of people that have signed up. The Jeep Beach started as a kind of a weekend event where they allowed you to go on their obstacle course at Daytona Motor Speedway. And it's grown into this week-long event that has something every night. The few highlights, as far as we're concerned, were from Wednesday through Sunday. Wednesday night was the kind of the kickoff party where they had it at Lucky's Bar and Grill, where the Jeeps took over the parking lot, and it was a pretty amazing sight. That was also game night number one for us for the game that we've mentioned, which is the Ultimate Jeeper game. We had a quiz that was available for people to take, and we were kind of overwhelmed by the response and had to run out and get more and more copies made. I think we did probably 200 or 300 copies of people that actually signed up and played this game. But it went over several nights. So next night we were at Destination Daytona. They had, again, the entire mall parking lot just about filled up with Jeeps. I don't know, 500, 600, 700 Jeeps maybe showed up for that night. And us in rental cars had to park outside the designated Jeep area, and I happened to park in front of a tattoo parlor, and that's when the tattoo idea came to my head, with a little help from, or a lot of help from Damon from Rigid, who was getting one of his buddies tattooed, and I agreed to pay for his buddy's tattoo if he put a Spyder in it, and he did. And he also mentioned that I should probably offer to everybody at the event, and I did, expecting maybe one or two people to sign up for that, and we were overwhelmed. The tattoo parlor had one guy working on a Wednesday night, figured nobody was going to be there. He called in another artist, called in two more people to help clean up and make copies and do the paperwork that was necessary for each tattoo, and said he'd stay as long as there were still people in line. We had 60 people that officially signed up for their tattoos. When they came in, 2 or 3 hours later, and they're still on number 6, a lot of those dropped out. And we probably had 75 plus people that said they were interested but weren't willing to wait that long. By the end of the night, I think the tattoo artist stayed till 1:30, or maybe 2, I think is what it was. And we got 25 tattoos done in that amount of time. And 25 people that, or 35 people that didn't get them done that really wanted to that night. Might be something we do every year. We'll have to see. It kind of blew me away how many people agreed to do it. But it sure was fun. I mean, it was fun for me to watch. It was fun for me to actually give a tattoo. It was fun for me to watch how excited people were to put our brand on their body. Again, I'm blown away. Thank you for everybody that did. And for those that didn't get it that night, I've apologized, and hopefully we can work something out and get you on future events. Also, the Speedway Day has grown so big that they had to turn people away this year. I think they decided to limit it to 1,200 people, or 1,200 Jeeps. I don't know how many people that went along with that. You could come in without your Jeep, and those weren't counted. It was the people that actually wanted to run the obstacle course that they were counting. And at 1,200, they were going to cut it off. I think it was 1,351 when they finally said, okay, that's it. We can't take any more Jeeps on this obstacle course. So, unbelievable event. Of course, after the Daytona Motor Speedway part of the event is it started out as a club member appreciation party, but we found out that a lot of the club members were pretty wiped out after this week-long event, and couldn't get a lot of people to come to the party, as the club members to come to the party, just because they're so wiped out. So we turned it into a customer/club member appreciation party, and it's blown up. It's grown every year to where we've sold out Main Street Station. I mean, it's like standing room only in this place all Saturday night. One of the best parties of the week, if you ask me, and probably if you ask just about anybody that attends. It's a super party, something we'll continue to do every year. And at this year's event, the guest of honor was Christian Strain, who was our ultimate Jeeper. She was among the 5 finalists from the quiz part of the contest that went on every night. And her and her husband were the winners of the physical challenge, which was to take a 40-inch tire off of the Jeep and put it on the left rear, and take the left rear tire off and put it back on the tire carrier. So they did it in record time. I can't remember what the time was, but they clearly won, hands down. Kristen is probably an 80-pound girl about this tall, and but her husband's a pretty big guy who manhandled that 40-inch tire no problem. Congratulations, and congratulations to everybody that got to the finals. Really fun event, fun to watch at the Speedway, and I hope you guys had as much fun participating. This contest was a collaboration between several great companies: BF Goodrich, Rigid Industries, Axial, S-Pod, MagnaFlow, Poison Spyder, and Rock Crawler. All these companies donated great prizes to the winner of the contest. Congratulations. And all these companies also participated in the Jeep Beach after party. And to keep the party going, Method Wheels actually joined in on the party and helped keep the drinks flowing. So did Action Graphics and Jeff's Jeep Yards. This thing's growing every year. I can't wait to see what we can do next year. And then Sunday at the Jeep Beach Parade, I think if it wasn't a world record officially documented, it definitely had to be a world record of number of Jeeps on the beach. It was so big that the line of Jeeps went from, they had 2 points where they allow Jeeps on the beach, and it was bumper to bumper Jeeps all the way down both ways, and several wide at the staging area. So really impressive. The Mid-Florida Jeep Club has done an awesome job of putting this together and growing it every year. From the outside looking in, I don't see any issues. You know, of course, they heard everything, and if there was issues, they handled them very well. So our hats are off to the Mid-Florida Jeep Club. Fun event. We'll be back next year. Hope the game was something that added to your event, and if it was, we'd definitely like to include that in the next year's event. The party, I know, has grown. We've got more vendors that have asked to be a part of it for next year. That just means more opportunities for us to have a good time Saturday night. So thanks again for all who came to the parties and participated in the games. Thank you to everybody we got to meet at the several different events we had during the week. Great event. Can't wait till next year. I mentioned I'd only be in town for a few days. We've got quite a busy schedule the next couple of months, and I'll give you an idea kind of the few places we'll be this month and maybe a little bit into to June. The first week in May 5th through the 12th, I will be at the FMCA Jeep Rally in Moab, Utah. I know we just got back, and don't hate me because I'm going again, but I'll be there for a week for that, jeeping in the LJ, Daddy Long Legs. And then immediately after that is the Rally on the Rocks, which is a side-by-side event in Moab. And as you might know, Sherry and I bought a little Razor XP900, and we've been having a lot of fun in it, and I want to see what these trails are like in side-by-side, so I can't wait to try that. So we'll be there for the next week, which is the 14th through the 18th in our side-by-side. And then while I'm gone at the FMCA Rally, Shad and Starley will be at the Big Bear Jeep Jamboree, which is a great event here local in Southern California. Hate to miss this. There's a lot of great trails there, but I'll be in Moab, so I'll have to miss this year. And of course, right after that is the Big Bear Forest Fest, or right after that in June is the Big Bear Forest Fest, which is a big event for us. It's our local club's event, and it's one that I've been going to continuously since the very first one. I forget the number now, but 15, 16 years in a row. And the whole crew will be there with all the Jeeps, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, while we're at that event, Ka will be covering, and Candace will be covering the Bantam Heritage Jeep Festival in Pennsylvania, which is the same weekend, which is Father's Day weekend in June. So a lot coming up here in the next couple of months. Hope to meet, again, a lot of you folks at these events. I can't wait to see what Moab's like in a side-by-side, and I can't wait to wheel again all week in my Daddy Long Legs. So I'll see you there. The two new products I mentioned earlier are actually just variations of our existing products. A lot of you have asked for that Rock Brawler 2 tire carrier bumper without the tire carrier. Either you've got some other tire carrier option, or you're just going to use the tailgate option. If that's the case, you can order this bumper now. It's a sturdier bumper than the factory bumper, of course, with a receiver in it. So that's available now on the webpage without the tire carrier. And you can also get the 2013 version of our hood louver. Jeep has, for whatever reason, changed the windshield wiper squirter just enough to make us design a new hood louver for the 2013. So those are also available now, and you can find both of these on our webpage. We've got a lot of really cool stuff coming up, but one of the things I'm most excited about is I can finally talk about this rig that's in front of me. We're honored to be associated with big brand names like Axial, who's huge in their market segment, and Jeep, who's also pretty big in their market segment. So it's quite an honor for us to be associated with them in this project, and it's, as Axial says, this is based on a long-standing relationship between Axial, Jeep, and Poison Spyder. This Jeep Wrangler Wraith BFH Racer is the culmination of efforts between these three iconic off-road lifestyle brands, and we're blown away that we're even considered on the same level as these guys. But more importantly, I can finally talk about this cool rig. It's a great way to say thank you to all of our partners on the race car, because all of them are mentioned here. It's a pretty faithful representation of our race car. It's also a ton of fun. I've been playing with this one since King of the Hammers. This is a early model, kind of a prototype that I was able to use at the G6 Challenge. I've been playing with quite a bit ever since then, but I couldn't talk about it much until today. So this is just announced by Axial today. Should be available very soon, and I hope that I can get a production version to take out on the trails and play with, just like I've been playing with this, but now I can talk about it. So we're very, very excited. Can't wait to get them on our website so all of you can enjoy it as much as I have. So that's a wrap for this edition of Spyder News. As I mentioned, I'll be gone for the next couple of weeks in Moab. So probably won't have a Spyder News till I get back, but I'll give you a recap on the two great events I was at and kind of give you an idea again what's coming up. And hopefully by then we'll have a couple of new products to introduce. Until then, thanks for watching.